Today, President Trump's total disregard for the Constitution and his oath will be fully exposed.
The fifth hearing of the January 6th committee centered on Donald Trump's effort to pressure the Justice Department to support his unfounded claims of election fraud and his bid to stay in power, and what he did when those efforts flopped.
Between December 23rd and January 3rd, the president either called me or met with me virtually every day.
Three former top Justice Department officials, then acting Attorney General Jeffrey Rosen, his deputy Richard Donoghue, and the then head of the Office of Legal Counsel Stephen Engel, testified that Trump aggressively tried to get the department to aid his efforts, but was rebuffed at every turn. Richard Donoghue said he bluntly told the president that the fraud allegations had no merit.
I wanted to try to cut through the noise because it was clear to us that there were a lot of people whispering in his ear, feeding him these conspiracy theories and allegations.
Were any of the allegations he brought up found credible? Did you find any of them credible?
No.
Witnesses told the committee Trump wanted the department to pursue unfounded conspiracies, appoint a special counsel to investigate suspected fraud, and file a lawsuit challenging the election.
It was a meritless lawsuit that was not something that the department could or would bring.
When Trump was told that the Justice Department could not just snap its fingers and change the outcome of the election, Donoghue said this was Trump's response.
He responded very quickly and said, essentially, that's not what I'm asking you to do. What I'm just asking you to do is just say it was corrupt and leave the rest to me and the Republican congressman.
So, Mr. Donoghue, that's a direct quote from President Trump, correct?
That's an exact quote from the president, yes.
Thursday's hearing portrayed Trump growing increasingly desperate as his attempt to sway the department failed. With just days left in his term, a frustrated Trump tried to fire acting Attorney General Rosen and replace him with someone more compliant, an environmental lawyer in the DOJ named Jeffrey Clark. The former officials cast Clark as incompetent and unqualified to head the department as he pushed recommendations they said could spark a constitutional crisis. That led to a dramatic showdown in the Oval Office, where Justice leadership threatened to resign en masse if Trump installed Clark.
Along those lines, he said, so suppose I do this. So suppose I replace him, Jeff Rosen, with him, Jeff Clark. What would you do? And I said, Mr. President, I would resign immediately. I'm not working 1 minute for this guy. But I'm telling you what's going to happen. You're going to lose your entire department leadership.
All anyone is going to think is that you went through 2 attorneys general in 2 weeks until you found the environmental guy.
Thursday's hearings also revealed that at least 5 congressional Republican allies of Trump sought White House pardons after supporting his attempts to overturn his 2020 election defeat, a list that includes Matt Gaetz, Mo Brooks, Louis Gohmert, Andy Biggs, and Scott Perry.
How do you know that Congressman Gaetz asked for a pardon?
He told me.
Representative Perry had previously denied seeking a pardon, while representatives of the others did not immediately respond to requests for comment. Trump never acted upon those pardon requests.
The only reason I know to ask for a pardon is because you think you've committed a crime. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I yield back.